She sent me a message to wait 5 minutes, but hopefully it'll catch her and she'll come on. I've never done it where I go live and somebody's not there yet. Hi, everybody. It's Alicia. How are you doing? I am really excited to be here with you today. I have Lakeisha coming on with me. Let me see if I can bring her on. Lakeisha Hutton will be joining us today. So give me 1 second. I'm just promoting her. Let's see if we can see her in a minute. So hope you guys are doing well amidst all of this news. And if you're stuck to the TV listening to press conferences and MSNBC, you'll see that there's so much going on right now in the news, and it can be scary. Definitely, people can definitely panic, have some anxiety. Hi, Lakeisha, how are you?
Hey, Alicia, I'm doing okay.
And you're looking lovely.
Thank you.
So just before I interview Lakeisha and I bring Lakeisha on, I want to cover some other things really quickly. So Lakeisha, just mute your mic for a few minutes and I'm going to come back to you. And I'm excited to have you here as always. But Ava asked me to cover some topics that I wanted to get with you guys on really quickly. So the first thing is we're in a time right now where there are a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems all around us. And if you can provide solutions to those problems, you'll be in a great place as far as your business goes and financially. So instead of harping on the problems, start thinking of some of the solutions that you can provide. The people who, we always say it's like the companies and the people who make the most money are the ones that solve the biggest problems. I'm not asking you to solve the world's problems right now. I'm just asking you to solve a problem here and there for an entrepreneur or a small business owner. So think about that. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is the telephone. Right now, for a lot of us freelancers, our phones are ringing off the hook. We're getting a million messages. A lot of people want to talk doom and gloom. Am I right? Yes? Am I right? So one of the things that I want you to do is pay attention to who is calling you. If the person that's calling you doesn't make you happy, like they're not a family member, they don't make you happy, I guess family members can make you unhappy too. But if they don't make you happy or don't make you money, then you don't answer it. If they make you happy and make you money, answer it. If they don't, if they make you sad and broke, push it to voicemail and ask them to send a text message. So I just want you to protect your energy at this time. Some people, have problems where they'll get panic attacks or high anxiety. And at a time like this, please don't pick up the phone with the people that will contribute to your high anxiety. All right. So the next thing I want you to do is to think about your business and ask yourself, why is this business important to me? Why is it important for me to be a freelancer? Why am I doing this? Why is it important? Right? Then the next thing is, why am I doing this? So why is it important? Why am I doing this? And will this help me? Will this help me? Will this help my life? Is this going to help me in the long run? So I want you guys to think about those questions and answer them. When we ask the question why and answer those questions, like, why do I want to be a freelancer? And you write it down. I'm encouraging you, take out pen and paper, write it down. Why do I want to become a freelancer? Later on, as you're thinking about this freelancing journey, it helps you when you've written down your why. And the next one is, why do I believe in myself? Like, I want you from day one to say that you believe in yourself. So why do you believe in yourself? Why do you believe in the service that you offer? Right? Think about that. And why do you want to improve your career and your skills? Why would you want to improve your skill set? Think about that question. And do you believe in your ability to help other businesses and entrepreneurs, right, through the services that you provide? And then the question that's most important to me for you is why do I want to be the best at what I do? If you're going to be a transcriber, I don't want you to say, oh, I'm going to be an okay transcriber. I want you to say, I'm going to be the best transcriber on the planet. Anybody else who's done transcription with another transcriber and comes to me, they will never go back because I am the best on the planet. I'm the best designer on the planet. Like, have that confidence to say you are the best at what you do, and then work every day to improve your skills so that you feel even more confident calling yourself out as being the best at what you can do. And on that note, I'm going to bring on Lakeisha, who definitely believes that she is the best at what she can do. Hi, Lakeisha, unmute your mic for me.
Hey, Alicia, how are you doing?
Fantastic. I know that you believe that you're the best. What are you the best in?
Cold calling.
Cold calling. Tell us more about that.
Okay, cold calling is basically when you make calls for clients, they're offering services and you're looking to offer their service to other businesses around the world.
Right. So cold calling, how is that different than, let's say, appointment setting?
Okay, cold calling is a little different from appointment setting, but sometimes the clients wants you to set appointments for them. But for cold calling, you're going to call persons who have never heard of the service before. So you're going to introduce the service of that company to the persons you're calling.
Right. Okay. And so why do you love cold calling so much? Sometimes people are afraid of cold calling. How come you're not afraid of it?
I'm not afraid of it because it's not like anyone is seeing you. You just have to be brave. There's nothing to be afraid of. You just have to be confident and tell yourself that, yes, I can do this. And I
Right.
also have call center experience, so I think that helps me too.
Yes, you have call center experience. That's a good one. So are you making more now than you made in the call center?
Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah. So are you working full-time from home? Is your full-time income from home?
Yes, I work full time from home.
And you were doing this before all of this, unfortunate news about the coronavirus and people sent home and losing their jobs. You were already working from home before all of this came about, right?
Yes, I was.
Right. And so how do you feel now, just for yourself? Let's talk personally. How do you feel personally that you work from home, you make a living from home, and we know you're still getting work in today. How does that feel when you are watching the news and talking to your friends? And I'm sure maybe some of your friends from the call centers are afraid that they might lose their job. How does it feel to you, though, knowing that you've been doing this for a long time and you have some stability in the fact that you're already working from home? You're not looking for a job right now, you're working from home.
Well, I feel prepared. I feel like I was ready for this. It's very sad what is happening, and persons are getting laid off, persons are losing their job. And it feels good to know that you have something that you can do from home.
Right. And I know that I've been preaching this for years. And I appreciate the fact that you're now preaching it too, and always encouraging people to work from home. What do you think the biggest hesitation was before the coronavirus? When people were told that they had to work from home, like, what's the biggest hesitation as you're talking to people and they're not following in your footsteps, right? What's the biggest hesitation that keeps people from getting started?
What most people tell me, like recently I was introducing the phone call course to a friend of mine, and
Right,
she was like, Lakeisha, I'm so scared of these things because I see them all the time, and a lot of times they turn out to be a scam.
right,
So I start to outline all the information to her. I often send them to your page. I tell them about Alicia Little. I tell them about Lorette. I tell them about Leighton Price. I send them videos. I send them a lot of information. And I even tell them about my journey on Fiverr so they know that it's not a scam.
right. So tell us about your best month online. What did that look like for you?
Okay, my best month. My best month was, I think it was February. That was a good month. And that month was $2,350.
And what job did you have before this, Lakeisha? Was it a call center job?
Okay, I was at the call center in 2008, and then after that, I started working from home doing bookkeeping.
So with the call center job, did you make that much money every month with the call center job, the 2,000
Okay,
US dollars plus?
when I was working at Alliance One, I was actually getting 110 Jamaican dollars an hour. So for the week, that is maybe about 4,000 something dollars.
What?
That would be a little bit under $50 a week, 50
What?
US dollars.
So a little bit under 50 US dollars a week. So let's say you were making what 200 US dollars a month you were making at the call center basically.
Yes, that was that.
Did you take your
And
lunch to work? Because if you bought lunch, you'd be negative for the week.
it was rough, but you know what, you make it work when you don't have another option. So what we used to do is like we would look forward to our monthly bonuses. Like if you do well, you'll get a bonus for the month. But it was what it is at that time. But now I learned that I can have my whole own call center from home, and trust me, I would never go back to a 9 to 5, never.
So, all right, I'm just still on the $50 a week. So you made $200 a month was your base. And then your best month was over 2,400. Is that what you said? Something like that?
2,300.
2,300. So you made in a month what it would take you almost a year to make in the call center with your base pay.
Yes.
Wow. Congratulations. How does that feel when you think about that?
I was so amazed because I'm like, I just see the others coming in. I'm like, jeez. And I'm always selling late on a Monday, and I'm like, and they'll be like, go girl, I love it, girl.
And you're so busy and your business is doing so well. Give us the 3 tips that have really helped you in your business. And then I'm going to ask you some questions that have come in for the interview. But start off there. Give me like some tips that have really helped you to grow this business.
Okay, what I did to really help me with my business, I do a lot of research because there's sometimes clients will ask you to do things where you may not be clear about, so you go and seek information. And also practice. You know, when a client give you like a work to do, you you will set a time. Like for instance, like I will get like 10 orders, I will space them out. Like I'm gonna work on this between 9 to 11, and then between 12 and 2 I'll be working on this, and then I'll be working on something else after. So you have to space them out so you don't get overwhelmed. And another thing, it is also good, like when you're having a lot of work, it's good to delegate.
Right. So you give some of your work to other people that have gone through the course as well.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And
I
I
know.
also help them to get set up with Fiverr, and I train them a little bit and tell them what to do.
So how does it feel that you, Lakeisha, are employing people in this local economy?
It feels good.
I really love that. I really love it. So question number one is why did you want to make money online? Why?
Okay, because I think it would be a better opportunity to have more time with my kids at home. So I could work from home, and then I'll be able to help them with their homework or anything that I have to do with them instead of worrying about daycare. So that's one of the main reasons that I started working from home.
I love it. And you said the course that you took initially was the phone call course. But girl, you have taken so many courses and you have so many offers up right now. What other courses did you take? I know that you really value education and growing your skills as much as I do. And so that's why I'm asking that.
Okay, the first course that I did was a transcription course.
Okay.
And then I think I did social media. I did the virtual assistant course 2019. I did the SEO course. I did design. Oh, I did a lot of courses.
And which one is your favorite? It might be hard to pick, but which one's your favorite?
Okay, so far, well, I love transcription and phone calls.
Okay, very good. And so are you doing transcription, phone call design, and being a virtual assistant and some SEO or blog stuff? Are you doing all of that you've learned?
Yes, I'm doing all of them every day.
All of them every day. All right,
Yes.
sounds good. So we talked a little bit about how well you're doing in your business. You said your best month was like $2,300. So how is your business? Is your business one that you're proud of? It's as you're working it, you're making the money. You said that you were delegating some. I'm just trying to get a sense of how you feel about this business. Is this business your baby? Are you proud of her?
I'm like 100% proud of my business, and I'm always looking ways to learn to improve my business every day.
I love it. What do you do to get orders? Give me some tips on what you do to get orders coming in, because I see that you know, promote yourself well. So let's talk about that.
Okay, so what I do, I share my gigs every day. And also, whenever customers or clients will send me a message, I will let them know about services that I offer, because sometimes persons will be interested in cold calls. And then when I finish telling them about everything else, I end up being a social media manager for them. I end up doing blog posts for them. So yeah, you have to be able to sell yourself. And also you have to be good at communication, because what I know that following up with previous clients or work that I have already done, if you send a client a message, you know, I hope everything was well with the file that I delivered. And if you need further assistance, don't hesitate to call me. I do that very often.
Mhm.
And that was a tip I learned from Amanda. She said, you need to follow up. You need to follow up. She always tells me that.
That's good. I love it. I love it. All right. And I think it's the last question. What's one piece of advice you would give to other persons wanting to make money online? What's one piece of advice you would give them? Like if you had something to tell them that was so important, what would that be?
Okay, what I would tell them is do not be afraid. What you have to do is, if you're interested in starting online, you look for a reputable person like Alicia Little here. She is amazing. She will teach you what you need to know, and she's always there to assist you, right? And there's a lot, I know there are scams out there, and I understand the fear in it. But if you do your research and you ask questions, then there's a lot of proof on your websites, on your pages. There's a lot of testimonials. So persons, you can see that persons are not lying. Persons post evidence of their earnings all the time. So you know that it's true. That's one thing, you have to do your research.
Thank you. Yes, you have to do your research. Let me see. Does anybody have any questions for Lakeisha? Lakeisha, Sharon says, when you're doing your cold calling, how are these calls made? Are you using any special software to do these calls?
Okay, what I use Text Now, or I use Google Hangouts, and sometimes I use Skype.
Okay, very good. Anybody have any other questions for Lakeisha? Anybody have any other questions? Carrie says, I'm so very proud of Lakeisha. She is very knowledgeable and always willing to help others. She makes for a great leader. Gianna says, Lakeisha is very patient. I want to be as patient as her when I grow up. Oh, isn't that nice? So somebody's asking, when did you start, Lakeisha? When did you actually start?
Started on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually created my first Fiverr account in 2014. I started, but I didn't understand it fully until I read Leighton Price story in, was it 2018, I think. And then after that, I did the course, and then you guys showed me how to really understand what Fiverr is about, what to do to promote my gigs, and then I started from there.
And you started getting some money.
Yeah.
Shanti Pretty says, is cold calling selling products or setting appointments? She's trying to get a grip on what cold calling really is.
Okay, it depends. Sometimes a client will want you to close the sale. Other clients, sometimes they want you to collect emails or more information because they're trying to find out if companies are interested in the services that they offer. It's different. Every client have different needs. You have some clients will give you cold leads, some will give you warm leads, person who are already shown an interest in the service. So you would call them, for instance. Okay, so Alicia is offering courses. So Alicia could give me a list with 100 names to call. Lakeisha, call these persons and ask them, would they be interested in learning to do transcription from home? So I'll call a couple people, like I'll call Gianna, say, hey Gianna, uh, Alicia later is offering a course called transcription, sorry, get paid to type. Would you be interested in this course? And let me tell you how wonderful it is. It is knowledgeable. You'll be able to learn, uh, earn money from home, and we have Leighton Price, who is awesome in transcription, and she will be there to help you with everything. And you try to pique the client's interest, and they will either tell you yes, they're interested, or no. Most times, in some cases, you might hear no. So this might be discouraging to some people, but no, you should not be discouraged. You should just continue and finish the job through.
Great advice. Great advice. Any other questions for Lakeisha before we wrap it up? Lakeisha, you're always so willing to come on and help people and teach people. So I'm going to give you the mic right now while we see if any other questions are coming in before we wrap it up. And, share something with us. Tell us a little bit about what's made a really big difference in your life and as your life as a freelancer. Maybe even touch on some of the things that people really need to know to be a successful freelancer. But I'm turning the mic over to you.
Okay, so in order for you to be a successful freelancer, you have to be dedicated. Okay, I always tell persons that freelancing is just like a business, like you're going to open a shop. You have to get the goods, you have to set up, you set up how much you can spend, like if you're going to spend $10,000 on your goods, and you stock that shop, and then you start to advertise to persons. You tell persons that, hey, I just opened a shop and it's located so and so, and you started to price, you shop around for prices and such, and it takes time to build up off the ground. You have some persons who start off and they just, right? But you have other persons, like for instance, for me, it took a while. I had to start small. I
Right.
started doing a lot of jobs for $5. And from there, I move on to getting jobs for $50, $100, $200, $500. So you have to be patient, and yeah, it's a process, and you just have to follow the process.
So a question came in for you. How long did it take before your first order came in?
My first order didn't take long because what I did, I love seeking out opportunities. So if I see someone post a job and I think that I can manage that, I'm gonna send them a message. The first person who hired me was Leighton. Okay, so persons were always posting job opportunities in the group, but each time it's like I'm not being seen. So I muster up some courage and sent her a message and said, Lady Kenny said we have practice and she did. She sent me a 13 minutes file to do first. And then after that, she hired me, I think, I did over 200 files for her already. Yes.
Wow. I love that. 200 files. Yeah, she talked about you all the time. And that's crazy. So, part of that is your mindset where you knew that you had to build your business and kind of make sacrifices to build it. What do you say to the people who are like, I don't want to work for $5, right? They don't have the patience to make it to the 2000. They don't even want to start off working for $5, right? Patience or, the discipline. What do you say to them?
Well, what I would say to them is that a lot of us, you see, like me, Leighton, Amanda, Winnie, all of the other top earners that are in the group on Fiverr, they started small. They had to start at $5 because when you're starting out, it's not about how much money you're earning, it's about gaining recognition. You're trying to build your momentum. You're trying to get your name out there. So you're gonna start at $5, and then after you can gradually upgrade your prices and offer more services because clients are gonna say yes. I work with her and I like her, so I'm gonna recommend her to other persons.
Yes, that's right. So how do you know when to increase your rates from $5? Shanti Pretty's asking you that question. How do you know when to raise your rates? How do you know?
Okay, what I still offer jobs for $5, right? Because persons may have short files that they need to be done, but it all depends. When after you start off and you get all that experience and such, you will know that I'm more experienced. I can do more for my clients, so I can upgrade my prices now. It's all up to you and how you feel about it.
And it's kind of, everybody seems to know when it's the right time. They're like, this is the right time. And when they do, I know I was talking to Winnie about this. She increased her prices dramatically and is still getting work. Like there's been no change in the work. It's just an increase in the income that's coming through. So I think it's definitely, you know when it's time, and just don't be afraid to do it, right?
Yes, because even many business, they always start with an introductory price. It's like something for everybody in business know that you have to start out small,
Yeah,
to build yourself.
true. Now, Sharika Scott says, Lakeisha and Leighton, especially Lakeisha, is my go-to for everything. No matter the time of day or night, I can count on her to be there for me. You are my freelancing mommy. So what makes you so, you're part of our community. What makes you so helpful, right? Like, why do you have a desire to help other people? Why are you so loving of other humans?
Okay, because when you help others, you are opening a waterfall of opportunities for yourself.
You are.
I got a lot of help. You help me a lot. Lorette helps me a lot. And I know you ladies are extremely busy. I am busy, but I get messages all the time, persons asking me for assistance, and I never turn them down. I never do that. Sherry can message me anytime. She'll be like, Lakeisha, are you up? Are you there? A client said this, a client said that, and I'll tell her what to do. Anybody at all, anyone.
I love you for that. You are our third sister twinning right now. Jen Setter said, Lakeisha is very helpful. She's been there for me several times giving support. She's my go-to person and I appreciate this. Hashtag awesome, right? Carrie says, I like that term, freelancing mommy. Carrie says, how do you manage working from home and managing your household since entrepreneurship doesn't have a set 9 to 5 time? How do you manage it all?
Okay, what I normally do is my kids normally go to school. They normally leave out about 7 a.m. and after that, I have a lot of time for myself. I spend an hour doing like maybe house chores or whatever. If I plan what I'm going to do for dinner, and then I started to get working on my files, and then I know by 4 p.m. they'll be home, and then my son will be all in my ear. So after that, you know, and then when you get home and they're settled down and they have had their dinner and they are in their room, I can. What just happened to the
We can hear you. It's okay. You're so funny. Take a deep breath. Let's see. Her phone kind of froze for a minute, so we'll see if she came back on. But there is never a shortage of fun in the world of technology and freelancing. So I had a good laugh there when she drops her phone. But you know, one of the things that we're getting out of this interview with Lakeisha is that, you know, she is available to help other people. And as you continue to grow, I want to make sure that you do that. You've heard that in all of the interviews that I've done. It's, you know, I'm always interviewing people who are always willing to help other people, and by helping other people, their business naturally grows. It's the law of reciprocity. You know, and it really does work. So always reach out and be there for other people as much as possible. We can see time and time again that this works. All right, so I'm not sure if Lakeisha is going to come back on, but I want you guys all to say thank you. Whether you're watching this live or on a replay, let's say thank you to Lakeisha, not only for being here for this interview, but for being willing to help other people out. We see that in the comment box for all the other people that she's helped out that have said thank you. You know, let's say thank you to her, and let's make sure that we give her a shout out. She can read the comments later, but it looks like her phone fell off of the tripod and we lost her there for a minute. But I'm so excited that she joined us, and I hope that you guys got a lot out of her interview. So give her a shout out in the comments. Go ahead, give her a shout out in the comments and say thank you. All right, I'm just gonna wrap this up. Oh, let me read Gianna's comment here. Gianna, it says, Lakeisha uses the kindest words to get my day going, especially when 3 babies are crying at the same time. That's right, you have 6 kids. She's incredible. She sometimes checks on me before she goes to bed just to make sure I deliver my jobs on time. What a woman, right? What a woman. And if only we could all be like that. I'm encouraging you to pick someone else in the group. Pick someone else that you're going through this freelancing journey with. If you're not in one of our groups yet, get in one, right? Get in one. And you know, pick someone else to help along the way, as Lakeisha does and Winnie does and Leighton does and Gianna does. You can hear that with everybody that I interview. Keisha says, thank you. I plan on working with you. Okay, Keisha, we look forward to it. Carrie said Lakeisha's son must have come for his dinner. And Shanti Pretty says, thank you so much, Lakeisha, for sharing and helping others. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for joining us on this live. I look forward to you joining the next live, and make sure that you watch the previous interviews that we did as well. And I want you to remember that as you're going through this freelancing journey, ask yourself these questions. Why is this important to me? And these are to get your mind turning and to make sure that you keep going on this journey. Why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this? Is it for my family? Is it, you know, right now with the times that we're in, it's because you need money, you need another income. And then just ask yourself every day when you're trying to think about, should you continue as a freelancer, or should you even get started? Should you continue on the steps along? Just say, will this help me in the long run? Will this help me? You know, a lot of freelancers make money when they get started. They make money really quickly, especially when they're in our Facebook groups. For some others, it takes a little while, but the great thing about it is that it is something that as time progresses, you get better and better, and your business keeps growing and growing and growing, and your income keeps increasing. And that's really important to all of us. So always remember that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye.